It's early in the morning when you are surely jolted awake, wide awake, from your sweet dreams by a sharp pain. Startled, you try to sit upright, only to find yourself unable to do so. Hot streaks of pain shoot down your abdomen. Oh no. You inhale a large gulp of air, trying to catch your breath, which seems to be stolen away from you. Anxiety courses through you, and you only roll one side, eagerly seeking out the presence of your husband. Kojiro is laying next to you, still asleep. His light snores tell you, "You're not awaking him?" With your sudden wilting. Go, wake up. You reach out for him and nudge him awake, needing him. Kojiro, you call, your voice cracking as another wave of intense pain crashes through your person with all power of a clenched fist. You scramble tightly to yourself, doubling over. A cry escapes you, and you nudge him even harder, causing Kojiro to jolt awake. Yin? He asks groggily, while sitting up and rubbing his eyes. He peers at you, eyes fluttering and brows creased, and noticed the way your expression is shrugged in agony. What's the matter, my love? He leans forward, caressing your cheek. Tell me, what's happening? Is it the baby? I think something's wrong. You croak, your eyes fluttering wide as you started to feel movement from within your... The weight of the infant inside of you shifts lower, making you scream again. It is then the two of you realize that the bedding below you is soaking wet. Your water had broke. Oh my god. You groan and then grab Kojiro's arm. It's happening. The baby's coming. Like lightning, Kojiro bolted out of bed. He bared from hardly searching around the room for his clothes. You breathe out and only slowly to help yourself ease your antics. Thankfully, you hadn't entered true labor yet, but there's not a second to waste. Once dressed, Kojiro is back to your side. We have to get you to the butterfly estate, he says, and gently scoops you bridal style. Luckily, the estate wasn't that far from where you lived, so you hurried. Well, he hurried, anyways. It'll take less than 10 minutes, hopefully. Do I weigh anything to you? You try to distract yourself from the pain. Kojiro smiles, not faltering, as he carries you out of the room. An apple is fine. Maybe a couple of cherries, he remarks. His baby is coming. And fast. Kojiro clearly wasn't going to wait for anyone as he hurried down the corridors of the butterfly estate with you in tow. Thankful several Kabuki members were already up and about, including Gyoto. I think that's how you say it. Gyoto? I'm gonna butcher that name. Who all helped him escort you to the infirmary before leaving you in set with Shinobu and Ruru. Your contractions have gotten worse since you arrived. You feel like you're being torn apart from the inside. And, well, outside. The worst kind of agony. From what seems like forever, the contractions comes in terrifying waves, becoming stronger and stronger every time. It's like your body no longer belongs to you. It has a mind of its own as you struggle to control your breathing. Birth was a natural process. You knew that. One that females everywhere had to endure and go through. Yet, you never experienced anything like this before. It was painful and awful. You were laid out on the bed, now staring at the ceiling, your vision blurred and unfocused. Your intensity propped your feet up and parted your legs wide. It's a very unflattering position to be in, but this baby is ready to meet the world, so gotta do it. Oh my god, Ko. You wailed, long and hard, stuttering from the pain. I'm right here, Yin. Just brief. You feel him by your side as his hand holds yours. He didn't even seem fazed that you held his hand with a death grip. You could break his arm. His face briefly comes into sight above you, his golden eyes being blazing and concerned with encouragement. Breathe, my love, he soothes. Following his command, you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, just as the door opened, and in steps Shinobu, holding a cup of tea. My. So it's finally time, huh? She smiles casually. Shinobu? Now's not the time, you groaned. The insect pillar nods and held the teacup up to her lips. Ruru's already on her way. In the meantime, drink this. It'll help with your contractions, she says. Without hesitation, you gulp it down. It tasted like sweet raspberries, similar to fruity black tea, such as Earl Grey. Soon, every muscle in your body starts to relax. Soon, the discomfort fades, subsided in downright bliss as your body relaxed for a beat at the shuffling in your womb calms, giving you a brief rest. What did you give her, Shinobu? Kojo asked. Raspberry leaf tea, she exclaims. It helps ease pain and make the delivery easier. Kojo nods and thanks her, before turning back to you. He affectionately caresses your face as you breathe softly. I can't do this, Ko, you mumble. Yes, you can, my love, he encouraged, leaning down to kiss your forehead in a gesture to comfort you. You must be strong for us now. You nod, lost in a sort of delusionment. More contractions come, and all you want to do is curse to the gods for making childbirth so fucking painful. Soon the door opens again. Both Shinobu and Kojo glance to see Ruha, accompanied by Aioi and 2 other nurses. Sorry I'm late. How's Yen? She asked, sounding like she'd ran a marathon to get here. She's doing well, sort of. She's nearing true labor, Shinobu exclaims. All right then, let's begin the procedure. I'm not gonna yell, but you're yelling now. At this point, you're screaming bloody murder. You don't know how long you could continue like this, as you push whilst gripping tightly at Kojiro's hand. But the next time you start to bear down, Ruha pops her head up from her crouching position between your parted legs. That's it, Mr. Rengoku. Just take a deep breath and push. Her earlier frown is gone, now replaced with a soft smile of relief. The baby's coming. I can see the head, she says. Oh my god, thank god, it's almost finally over. Oh my god. You thought. Adrenaline surges, and you push as hard as you can. A slight tearing sensation follows, but most of it's numbed thanks to the herbal raspberry tea Shinobu gave you earlier. You're doing great, my sweet flame, Kojo says. Sounding like he is being hurt for life, but he hasn't left your side since you went into true labor. Glancing briefly at his face, which seems to have a light in a shade or two, to see a hint of worry in his eyes. Almost there, just one more push, Miss Rengoku, Ruru encourages, and that's exactly what you did when the next round strikes. You screamed bloody murder, for fuck's sake, like a woman being possessed by the devil himself during an exorcist. That sounded purely animalistic. Your throat becomes raw, yet the action of it provides some relief too. You listen to Ruha's voice, putting your full thrust and full being into care. Push, rest, breathe, calm, repeat, and over again. And never once does Kojo let go of your hand. You're so grateful to him with you at this moment that you started to sob mid-push and a joyful tear running down your cheek. It's widened permanently, along with a sweat that has gathered along your forehead by Aioi via a wet sweat rag. Your entire body felt drenched. The bed sheets beneath you seemed to stick to your skin. The baby moves, snapping you back to reality. With another painful shriek, you gave another, hopefully, final push, squeezing your lover's hand into, we can just say it's no more, probably. The pressure is gone. It's gone? Oh God, praise the gods. As you tiredly collapse back onto the bed, panting like you just ran 1,000,000 laps around Tokyo. There's a brief moment of silence before a tiny baby's cry fills the room, along with the morning suns peering through the curtains. Oh, you weakly manage to lift your head to see Ruru holding a tiny little human in a blanket close to her chest. The first thing you notice is his little head, full of blonde and tiny legs wiggle as the cries increase tenfold. The baby's urgent and needy for its mother. For you. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Rengoku. It's a beautiful and healthy baby boy, Ruru announces. May I see my baby? You ask, already holding your arms out for your baby, needing to hold him. Patience, Yin-chan. Shinobu reverberates. He needs to be cleaned up first. Ruru briefly carries the crying child to the other side of the room to nearby counter, Shinobu and Ayoi joining her, while the two other nurses begin cleaning you up from down below. Soon you were given your baby, now wrapped in a warm white blanket as you gently hold him close to you, allowing him the privilege to feel his mother warmth at last. Ko, it's our baby, you say softly, trying not to cry. You watch the lingering stare Kojiro gives to his child, his son, noticing the pride and joy there, before he gently stroked the baby's arm with his pinky. He's beautiful, my sweet flame. Like his father, uncle, and grandfather, your baby inherited the Rengoku family genes. Flame-colored hair and forked eyebrows. However, and thankfully, he had your cheekbones and nose. As soon as you glance at your husband's handsome face, all the stress and all the emotions is immediately replaced with absolute joy. He's perfect, you say between a sob. Lovingly, your eyes scan over him, examining him closely. You take in his angelic features, just like his father. His tiny mouth spreads wide in a yawn as his golden and red eyes slowly flutter open, meeting yours. You were overwhelmed all over again. I can't believe you're finally here, you cue, pressing a delicate kiss on his little forehead. We've been waiting for you, little one. Kojiro smiles down at his newborn son and gently sips his index finger into his son's tiny palm. The baby's chubby little hand clapped on and hold on to it. Can I hold him, my love? You weren't going to deny. Of course, just be sure to support his head, you say. And with that, you hand your son over to his father, who smiles and holds his son. You see his joy and could only tell he's going to be such a loving and doubting father. So, have you two decided on what you're going to name him? Shinobu suddenly asks the two of you.